What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing and breaking down The Flash Season 8, Episode 8. So guys, the episode starts with a look at someone getting, well, murdered by our new fire meta, who we weren't really able to see at all. It was more of a point of view type thing, which actually I think made him extremely threatening and menacing because we really couldn't see what he looked like. All we could see was that he was murdering somebody. So I thought that scene was actually played out pretty good. So then at the crime scene of the murder, somebody identifies the fire meta from Season 4 as the attacker, or Birch, which is his name, but obviously he didn't do it. It was because of this new fire meta, which we obviously know from, synopsis of future episodes, set photos and whatnot, so yeah. And something else I kind of enjoyed in this episode was actually Iris's reporter storyline, because I feel like that should basically be her main role on the show. It was a little bit of a good refresher to see that once again. But anyways, going back to the main part of the episode, we get an absolutely awesome scene, and what I didn't actually realize was that Birch actually has a son of his own who witnessed his dad getting arrested after Barry was able to stop him, and then Birch says to Barry, or the Flash, whatever you want to call him, that he didn't do anything and that he didn't want to be taken away from his son, which is what made Barry think of his own dad going to prison when he was a kid because of a crime he didn't commit, and we get a flashback to that scene. I have to say, that was a very well thought out scene connecting Birch and his son to Barry and his dad back when Barry was a kid. I thought that's such a great scene. Definitely the best scene in the past few episodes, I'd say. That scene gave me chills. It was a very, very good scene. I thought Barry was very good in this episode. He was very determined to clear Birch's name. He did a lot more CSI work, obviously, which I missed so much in recent seasons. I feel like since Season 6, he really hasn't done a lot of CSI work. And then there's another scene in this episode that I thought was absolutely fantastic. So Barry basically brings out the board that he used for his mom's case back in Season 1, this time using it for Birch's case. We find out that it's actually also Henry Allen's birthday at the time of this episode as well, which I think was just awesome. Barry also talks a lot about his dad with Joe, which is such a great and emotional scene. And it almost reminded me of earlier seasons, those old talks that Barry and Joe would used to have. And I thought all of that was just awesome in this episode. But yeah, Barry eventually finds evidence to free Birch, but meanwhile Birch is getting very angry in the middle of the city as lava is coming up towards the city because he's like absorbing that heat. So it's almost like a volcano erupting underground, but with Birch's help, the Flash is able to save the city, all that stuff. But then we get another flashback scene when Birch embraces his son. We go back to when Barry's dad was released from prison and the two of them embracing as well. The layout of this episode, with that included, I have to say was absolutely amazing, connecting, as I said before, Birch and his son to Barry and his dad. And just bringing in all these old scenes from the early seasons of the show, I just really enjoyed. We also get a little homage to Henry Allen at the end of the episode, which I didn't expect and really made me enjoy this episode. And as I said before, this episode really reminded me of earlier episodes in the show. But of course, toward the end of the episode, or the last scene of the episode, they have to obviously find the meta who really killed all of these people. As Barry says, there was a meta serial killer on the loose, which we obviously know from, future episode synopsis and whatnot, that this meta is going to be called the Black Flame. So yeah, just from this episode, the Black Flame does seem like a pretty threatening villain. However, when Barry said that there's a meta serial killer on the loose, I instantly thought of when they said that about Cicada back in Season 5. Obviously, Cicada wasn't the best villain, so hopefully they definitely change that up here with the Black Flame and make him a great villain. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what else they've got for us in this graphic novel. And yeah, I'm also really excited for the next graphic novel that we end up getting, which hopefully we should see the return of Godspeed and Zoom, as well as the Reverse Flash stuff going on. I might make my next video actually might be a theory or something along those lines in regard to that next graphic novel with Reverse Flash. But otherwise, I'll probably make a trailer breakdown because next episode does look pretty interesting as well. So yeah, a lot to look forward to here for the Flash Season 8. But yeah, this episode right here definitely had a lot of positives. A lot of the Season 1 flashbacks with Henry Allen and Barry, all that was great. I really did not like Frost's role in this episode. I mean, her role actually wasn't like that bad, but I just don't like her as a character. I really don't think she should be on the show. And Allegra had a little bit of a storyline in this episode as well. Didn't really care about that. But otherwise, I thought this episode was pretty good. As I said before, it really reminded me of some scenes from Season 1. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your guys' thoughts on the episode. What did you guys think of it? Comment anything else about The Flash Season 8, and I'll see you guys in the next video.